Welcome back to Topic Thursday. This week's topic, Mickey Mouse and Friends. DCQT8CB asks, what's your opinion on Toodles and Qutoes? Even if I haven't seen much of Mickey Mouse's clubhouse, I think Toodles is pretty cute, ready with options for Mouseketools. And Qutoes apparently is very cute, even if I'm not very familiar with her. Christopher Potter asks, if Donald Duck loses his temper, what's your response to that? I think it can be pretty funny, even when it sometimes is justified with how frustrating things get with the situations. Janet Pax asks, do you think Pete should beat up Mortimer? Absolutely, especially since we saw Pete punch Mortimer away in the Mickey Mouse short from 2008, A Pete Scorned. Would you like to see Max, Roxanne, and Sylvia again? Would you like to see Max, Roxanne, and Sylvia again? Absolutely, yes. It would be especially cool if Baby Newirth reprised her role as Sylvia. PowerPup97 asks, what is it about Goofy that makes him your favorite? He's sweet, he's funny, his heart is usually in the right place. And going from personal experience by a dream I had once, he's someone you can allow yourself to cry while he's hugging you. Favorite Donald Duck short? One in particular I really like is Donald's Off Day. I think we've all experienced days like Donald experienced. I know I have. Do you think Clarabelle should be featured more often in material with the Sensational Six, probably making them a 7? Heck yeah, and given her rising popularity, who knows, it might be possible. Do you think Clarabelle could be a handy friend to the others given how tall she is? She certainly could. Would you like to see Clarabelle on the bottom of a totem pole trench? If so, who could you imagine her carrying, what would they do it for, and how well would it go? I would see that. She could carry Minnie or Daisy or both. I imagine it would start well at first, but then hilarity ensues. If Clarabelle's stomach growled, what do you think she'd say in response? I imagine she would say something like, golly, all 4 sections of my bovine stomach are hungry. What era of Mickey cartoons did you like best? Classic, Mickey Mouse Works, or Paul Rudish? I like all of them in their own ways. Who do you ship Pluto with, Fifi or Dinah? Definitely Fifi, since she and Pluto had puppies together. Dinah mostly had feelings for Butch the Bulldog. Which member of Mickey's gang would you like to get a hug from? If he counts, Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. If he doesn't count, Goofy. Do you think it would make sense to give Mickey and his friends their own theatrical animated feature in 2028 to honor the mouse's 100th birthday? It absolutely does make sense, and I hope it does happen. Drummond asks, what are your thoughts on Steamboat Willie now that it's in the public domain? I loved it when I was growing up, and I still enjoy it. Thoughts on the current Mickey Mouse cartoons? They're pretty fun to watch. Do you think Donald was treated with dignity in the DuckTales reboot? Absolutely, especially since he was given a bigger role than he did in the original DuckTales series. What are your thoughts on Goofy being a father in the Goofy movies? I think he's a good father. He's very sweet, but he also had moments where he needs to put his foot down. If you were tasked with dog-sitting Pluto, would you accept or deny? I would accept, and I'm sure I'd do a good job. Clever Hilarious asks, are you familiar with an old TV show called The Mickey Mouse Club? Let me answer that question with another question. Who's the leader of the club that's made for you and me? MICKEYMOUSE. Thanks for your questions.